What's up everybody, Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Today I want to show you that you don't have to have a whole bunch of land or land period to have a garden. What's up everybody, Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Today I want to show you what we kind of do on our back deck. We grow a lot of stuff back here, but I want to show you and people out there that may be a little intimidated about gardening that you can grow things in pots. You don't have to have a whole bunch of land. You don't have to have land period to grow a garden, to grow vegetables. You can do that right there in your backyard, on your back deck, on your front porch, on your balcony, wherever it is, you can do it. And I got a cool new toy that I want to put together and see how this thing works that I think you're gonna like. I was contacted by a company from Tennessee called Greenstalk, and they wanted to see if I was interested in their planter system. Of course, I googled it and looked it up, and man, this thing looks awesome. Look, it even came with some fertilizer. Even came with some lettuce seeds. And this is a family-owned company up in Tennessee, so I mean it's pretty cool. They send these little personalized notes in here. This is the 5-tier system. It literally holds 30 plants. Just think about that for a second. See another one of these personalized little cards. Alright, instructions. I am probably the most absent-minded person you'll ever meet. Probably. I mean, I just had the instructions. Reckon I can put it together without the instructions? Seriously, this is crazy. Yeah, I found it. It fell through the deck. See it? That's it. We couldn't have done it without it. Alright. What do you think? I knew I wasn't crazy. Place each watering disc on top of each planter.
There, like that.
Like that.
So the plants can grow out of those little holes that are right there.
I got you. This thing looks pretty awesome. As you got up, say right here, you know, getting the pot and soil in was kind of tedious. The way it works is it's got a watering pan. You fill a tier up with dirt, the water pan snaps in the middle, and then the next piece snaps on the watering pan and then interlocks in between these gaps. It's got a watering pan on top, and this is how you water it. You fill this thing up and it will self-water itself, which is pretty darn awesome. Now let's get to planting this thing. You really could plant anything in this thing. I've seen pictures with all types of vegetables. I've seen tomatoes. The only thing about tomatoes would be staking it because they would get pretty tall. But heck, it'd be worth a shot to try it. You make a plant the tomato in the bottom and tie it as it went up maybe. I don't know. We're going to plant herbs and arugula in ours. And we have herbs everywhere back here in the back. Some rosemary right here, which is a shrub. It never dies. It may get hit a little bit. You can see at the bottom from the winter time, but it just comes right back. I got this oregano plant right here. It never dies in my area. It stays nice and green. It's probably at least 10 years old. I also have a chive plant right here in just a regular old pot like the rosemary and oregano. It never dies, so we can have this all year. This is probably just as old as the oregano. It's probably 10 years old. You just come out here, snip what you want, and it just always comes back. I don't repot this stuff. I mean, herbs are relentless. This is some parsley that didn't die, but you can see it's trying to go to seed on me here. but the parsley didn't die. I could come and cut this off and it still keep on going. You don't have to have a whole bunch of land. You can plant a garden anywhere, like right here in your backyard in some pots. All right, let's plant this sucker. This is a seed tray that me and Mary Carl started probably a month ago. We got basil, we got sage, we got dill. I don't know what that is. We got mint, we got thyme, and we got lavender.
Basil.
And I got some arugula too. I think I'm gonna plant in here. I was just reading about this, and it says to plant your larger plants at the bottom and the smaller compact plants at the top. So like the dill, I'm thinking we'll put in the bottom. Basil could get big, so we'll plant it at the bottom. We got some arugula. This came from the market. They actually had thrown it out and we got it. You know, we do a little dumpster diving around here and we got a whole bunch of stuff. So we're gonna plant the arugula in this thing. I'll keep y'all updated on this and we'll do an update on it to see how it's doing. But you can see you can grow a lot of plants, especially this thing, you're growing up. And this is not taking up any space at all. If you are interested in one of these green stalk towers, I'll put a link down below and in the description of this video and you can go check it out. So let me show you what else you can do back here outside on the deck that's not going to take up any space, that you can literally plant tomatoes anywhere. Gonna need a pretty big pot. You can even do this in 5-gallon buckets. And then I just put tomato cages in here. And yes, these are the cheap tomato cages that you can get anywhere. Yes, that tomato's gonna outgrow it and fall all over the place. But I just wanted to show you that you can do this because everybody's got access to one of these tomato cages. Everybody's got access to a pot. So you can plant you a tomato in your backyard. It's gonna fall over, but who cares? Let it fall over. I mean, you can come in and put a bamboo stake in this thing, as tall as you want it. I'll let Mary Carl pick out the tomatoes to plant back here. So we got sun sugars, which I think are gonna be kind of similar to the sun golds we got planted as well. She really liked this one because it's super cool looking, and that is the indigo rose. But then we got a Cherokee purple that we're gonna plant in this big pot, and I got some Belarusas that we're gonna plant in this that we started from seeds that we got from Hoss Tool Company. So, well, now if you had a big pot like this one, you could. There's a trick you could do if you wanted to save money. You could buy that cheap potting soil and put it in here, and then put your good potting soil. So that's a little tip, a little cheat you can do. Is on big huge pots, instead of just filling this whole thing up with expensive potting soil, get some cheap potting soil put in there. I've even seen people use those styrofoam peanuts. I've never done that before, but I mean, it would make sense. It would drain, it would be light, and it would take up space, and it wouldn't make the pot as heavy. I've even put peat moss in the bottom of it, that kind of thing to save money, because a lot of times way down here deep on some of these plants you plant, especially if you're going to put flowers in this, it would never go down here. So just a little tip to save you some money. But let's fill this sucker up. We're going to plant a tomato, put our cage in it, and I'll give y'all an update throughout the year as these things get bigger.
How deep do you need it?
Oh, we got to do it deep.
Like that?
Let's see. I say a little bit deeper than that.
About like that.
That looks good.
I'll cover it up.
Now, I use organic fertilizer for everything, but I will use fertilizer back here and it will be organic, but back here in these pots, I probably will use like a liquid fertilizer, not granulated, because from my experience, that organic fertilizer that could attract dogs, and our dogs stay back here all the time, but sometimes they will dig it up. Another thing I'm going to try this year is I'm going to try to grow squash in one of these big pots back here. I got some extra ones and I didn't want to throw them away, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. I mean, I know this is a pretty big pot, but it's probably going to get bigger in it and hang off the sides, but still should work. And you can probably just think of anything that you can grow in these pots. You could do peppers, you could do lettuces, you could do kale, cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I mean, it's endless of things that you can grow in pots. And you can even do fruit trees like lemon trees, especially if you live in an area where you can't grow certain fruit trees. Now, people ask me all the time about figs. They wish that they could grow figs. You can. Figs do really, really, really well in pots. And when the cool climates come, you can take it indoors. I want to give you a quick update since we're back here. But those fig cuttings, y'all remember that? The fig video I did about taking the bare cutting of the fig? Look at that. I just want to show y'all that I wasn't kidding or I wasn't blowing smoke up you know what. Look at that fig cutting. This thing is going to be ready to go hopefully this fall. If not, in the spring next year I'll be planting this sucker. And while I'm at it, I just got some leftover herbs that I started from seed and I didn't want them to go to waste, so I'm gonna plant them in the pots. They'll look beautiful and we can use them, so it's a win-win. So you don't have to have a big yard, a big garden, big property to grow your own vegetables. You can do it right there in your backyard, on a back deck, on a balcony, anywhere, as long as you got a pot. Or get something like this green stalk tower. So get out there and try something, grow something, give it a shot. And if it don't work out, guess what? It's not the end of the world. If you're interested in any Cog Hill Farm gear, because I got a bunch of new shirts out like this Oh Snap shirt, check out that link right down below. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button right down below. Guys, as always, y'all be good.